I'm going to read you a story, and I'm going to read it and ask questions just like I would if you were sitting right here with me reading the book. So when I ask you questions, you are going to answer depending on how your teacher told you that you could using this video. So if you're by yourself, then you need to answer those questions either in your head or on a piece of paper, either that your teacher gave you or in your writing journal. If you're with a group and your teacher said that you're allowed to talk, then you'll answer those questions out loud as I ask them. All right, let's get started. This is one of my favorite books. This is Ira Sleeps Over. It's written by Bernard Waber. I was invited to sleep at Reggie's house. Was I happy? I had never slept at a friend's house before. Have you slept at a friend's house before? Sleepovers are my favorite. But I had a problem. It began when my sister said, "Are you taking your teddy bear along?" "Taking my teddy bear along," I said. "To my friend's house? Are you kidding? That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Of course I'm not taking my teddy bear along." And then she said, "But you never slept without your teddy bear before. How will you feel sleeping without your teddy bear for the very first time?" Uh-oh. "I'll feel fine. I'll feel great. I will probably love sleeping without my teddy bear. Just don't worry about it," I said. "Who's worried?" she said. It sounds to me like she is trying to make a little problem. But now she had me thinking about it. Now she really had me thinking about it. I began to wonder, suppose I won't like sleeping without my teddy bear. Suppose I just hate sleeping without my teddy bear. Should I take him? Do you think that Ira should take his teddy bear? "Take him," said my mother. "Take him," said my father. "But Reggie will laugh," I said. "He'll say I'm a baby." "He won't laugh," said my mother. "He won't laugh," said my father. I wonder if he will laugh. "He'll laugh," said my sister. I decided not to take my teddy bear. How do you think Ira's feeling right here? That afternoon, I played with Reggie. Reggie had big plans. "Tonight," he said, "when you come to my house, we are going to have fun, fun, fun. First, I'll show you my junk collection. And after that, we'll have a wrestling match. And after that, a pillow fight. And after that, we'll do magic tricks. And after that, we'll play checkers. And after that, we'll play dominoes. And after that, we can fool around with my magnifying glass." "Great," I said. "I can hardly wait." "By the way," I asked, "what do you think of teddy bears?" But Reggie just went on talking and planning as if he had never heard of teddy bears. "And after that," he said, "you know what we can do after that? I mean, when the lights are out and the house is really dark. Guess what we can do?" "What?" I asked. "We can tell ghost stories." "Ghost stories?" I said. "Ghost stories," said Reggie. "Scary, creepy, spooky ghost stories." I began to think about my teddy bear. "Does your house get very dark?" I asked. "Uh-huh," said Reggie. "Very, very dark?" "Uh-huh," said Reggie. "By the way," I said again, "what do you think of teddy bears?" Suddenly, Reggie was in a big hurry to go someplace. "See you tonight," he said. "See you," I said. Where do you think Reggie was going? Why didn't he answer Ira when he asked about the teddy bear? I decided to take my teddy bear. "Good," said my mother. "Good," said my father. But my sister said, what do you think she'll say? She seems to be making some problems. What if Reggie wants to know your teddy bear's name? Did you think about that? And did you think about how he will laugh and say Tata is a silly baby name, even for a teddy bear? He won't ask, I said. He'll ask, she said. I decided not to take my teddy bear. Look at him. How do you think he's feeling now? At last it was time to go to Reggie's house. Good night, said my mother. Good night, said my father. Sleep tight, said my sister. I went next door where Reggie lived. That night, Reggie showed me his junk. He showed me his flashlight, his collection of bottle caps, a chain made of chewing gum wrappers, some picture postcards, an egg timer, jumbo goggles, a false nose and mustache, and a bunch of old rubber stamps and labels from his father's office. That's pretty cool. We decided to play office with the rubber stamps. Looks like a fun night. After that, we had a wrestling match, and after that, a pillow fight. Ooh, I'm going to reread that because I missed something. After that, we had a pillow fight. And after that, Reggie's father said, bedtime. Already, said Reggie. Already, said his father. We got into bed. Good night, said Reggie's father. Good night, we said. Reggie sighed. I sighed. We can still tell ghost stories, said Reggie. Do you know any? I asked. Uh-huh, said Reggie. Reggie began to tell a ghost story. Once there was this ghost and he lived in a haunted house, only he did most of the haunting himself. The house was empty except for this ghost because nobody wanted to go near this house. They were so afraid of this ghost. And every night this ghost would walk around this house and make all kinds of clunky, creepy noises. A-roomp, like that. And he would go around looking for people to scare because that's what he liked to do, or what he liked most to do, scare people. And he was very scary to look at. Oh, was he scary to look at. Reggie stopped. Are you scared? He asked. Uh-huh, I said. Are you? What? Said Reggie. Are you scared? Just a minute, said Reggie. I have to get something. I wonder what Reggie's getting in the middle of his own story. Do you see what he got? What do you have to get? I asked. Oh, something, said Reggie. Reggie pulled the something out of a drawer. The room was dark, but I could see it had fuzzy arms and legs and was about the size of a teddy bear. I looked again. It was a teddy bear. I think I might know why Reggie wouldn't answer Ira earlier about the teddy bear when he asked him why or what he thought of teddy bears. And remember when Reggie just got on his bike and he suddenly had to go somewhere? Why do you think that happened? Reggie got back into bed. Now about this ghost, he said. Is that your teddy bear? I asked. What? Said Reggie. Is that your teddy bear? You mean this teddy bear? The one you're holding, I said. Uh-huh, Reggie answered. Do you sleep with him all of the time? What? Said Reggie. Do you sleep with him all of the time? Uh-huh. Does your teddy bear have a name? Does your teddy bear have a name? I said louder. Uh-huh, Reggie answered. What is it? You won't laugh? Said Reggie. No, I won't laugh, I said. Promise? I promise. It's Foo-Foo. Did you say Foo-Foo? Uh-huh, said Reggie. Just a minute, I said. I have to get something. What do you have to get? Reggie asked. Oh, something, I answered. Where do you think Ira's going? What does he need to get now? The next minute, I was ringing my own doorbell. The door opened. Ira! Everyone said. What are you doing here? I changed my mind, I answered. You what? Said my mother. You what? Said my father. You what? Said my sister. She was still up. I changed my mind, I said. I decided to take Tata after all. I went upstairs. Soon I was down again with Tata. My sister said, I can't wait to hear what she says. She has a lot to say, doesn't she? Reggie will laugh. You'll see how he'll laugh. He's just going to fall down laughing. He won't laugh, said my mother. He won't laugh, said my father. He won't laugh, I said. I came back to Reggie's room. I have a teddy bear too, I said. Do you want to know his name? I waited for Reggie to say uh-huh, but Reggie didn't say uh-huh. Reggie didn't say anything. I looked at Reggie. He was fast asleep. Just like that, he had fallen asleep. Reggie, wake up, I said. You have to finish telling the ghost story. But Reggie just held his teddy bear closer and went right on sleeping. And after that, well, there wasn't anything to do after that. Good night, I whispered to Tata, and I fell asleep too. So what do you think made Ira decide that he could go get his teddy bear? If that was your sister, what do you think that you would have said to her nicely after you went and got the teddy bear? I want you to also think about Ira. This was Ira's sleepover. He has a little sleepover at his friend Reggie's house. So think about a time that you've had a sleepover, even if it was at a grandparent's house or maybe an aunt or uncle's house. I want you to think how you felt before you went there. Were you scared? That's called a connection. When you think about that, when you can think of, hey, I had a sleepover once and this is what we did, that's a connection. You make a connection to the character. Speaking of the character, I want you to see if you can think of the characters' names. Now, there's a few different characters, but when we talk about the main character, we're talking about who is this story mostly about. So usually there's 1, 2, or 3 people. In this story, how many main characters do you think there are? This one I'll answer for you. So write your answer down if you're supposed to be writing it down, or think of it in your head. In this book, there's one main character. Can you guess who it is? It tells you right here. It's Ira. In this story, the main character is Ira. It's mostly about him, but there are a few other characters. There's another character that shows up quite a bit. Do you know who that other character is? It's Ira's friend Reggie. And we also see Ira's mom and dad in the story. And we see Reggie's dad in the story also. And then there's one other character who plays a pretty good role in this book. Do you know who that is? I'm going to look for the page while you think about it. There she is. It's Ira's sister. You want to know a big word? Ira's sister is an antagonist. That means she tries to cause some problems. So I want you to think about that. What kind of problems did she try to cause in this story? Or did she cause in this story?